Hi, this is Tori Quizmundo. The purpose of this video is to complete the task remaining on the TechConnect document. Let's start with number 11, task 11. In task 11, it's going to ask us in the fashion-centric technology section. Remember, we can go to the sections by looking at our navigation pane, but guess what? Our navigation pane is not there. If we would like to see our navigation pane, another word for see is to view. If you go to your View tab, it will release to you the things that make it more helpful to view as you're working with your document. And I'm going to click on View and Navigation pane. In that navigation pane, it's going to bring up the headings for me over here. And in step number 11, it says, in the fashion-centric technology section, and I'm looking, do I have fashion-centric technology? Here it is. I'll click there because that will be the quickest way for me to maneuver through my document. Now that I'm in the section, it says, select the full paragraph and change the spacing to exactly 14. So I will select the full paragraph by clicking and dragging and make sure I get everything in there to include the last period. I'm going to click on my Home tab. My paragraph spacing is typically in here. However, this is not your standard paragraph spacing. This is 1 and 1.5 and 2.0 and remove and add spacing. So none of that is what it's asking for. So if you don't have what you're looking for in this area here, use your More button. Your More button is the drill down button in the bottom of your grouping. In my More button, if I go to my spacing, because that's what we're working with here, it's going to have my line spacing at multiple 1.25. And it tells me to change it to exactly 14. So I'm going to say exactly 14. And then I'll choose OK. That task is now complete. You can see it made a slight modification. Task number 12. Go to the end of the document. If you're not sure where the end is, do Control End. E-N-D, not the letter N. There is a button on your keyboard that says E-N-D, end. Control End. All right, you can also double check yourself by turning on your formatting button and clicking to make sure that you are in the last space at the end of the document. You see this little icon down here is my footer. If I double click, it brings up my footer section. That is my footer. I'll click up here to say close header and footer because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the end of my document. Step 12 says go to the end of the document. Add the simple text box. Type the words thank you into the box. So I need to add a simple text box. Now sometimes it will have clues for you like insert a text box, and that might be a clue that you need to insert a text box from the text grouping, right? However, that's not always the case. So we're going to choose text box, and it asks us to add the simple text box. And it will insert itself in there, and it asks us to type the words thank you. That task is complete. I will click out of the text box, so that I can move on to my next task. Task 13. Find the sentence during the Give-A-Thon, and it gives a long sentence. So I'm going to my navigation, and I'm going to type in there during the giving during the I've got to get it just right. Here we go. During the Give-A-Thon, our employees under the guidance, so here we are, during the Give-A-Thon, our employees under the guidance of Red 30 Cares. So you double check and you make sure that you've got the right one. And it ends with the word charities, so it ends right here. It says apply the intense emphasis style to this sentence. Well, this sentence is not a whole document. So I know I'm going to select this sentence And a style is up here because this style goes on words, okay? So I can hit this down arrow right here. It asked me to apply the intense emphasis. So I need to find the intense emphasis and select it. And that task is complete. This particular assignment only had 13 tasks. I hope these videos were helpful for you. Please email me if you have any questions. That's the end of the video. Thank you.